Hello everyone, I'm Ariana and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing another all about video. For this video in particular, I'm going to be talking about color correcting. One of my subscribers wanted some tips and tricks on color correcting, so I'm just going to make this quick little video. Since color correcting is kind of one of those primary steps, it doesn't take a whole lot of time, but I do want to talk about some things. So let's just go ahead and jump right on in. So when she initially told me that she wanted a video about color correcting, I realized that I didn't have any color correcting products actually. I did have some color correcting primers, but those are mostly for like redness and dullness. So I had a green color correcting primer because I tend to have a little bit of redness, maybe not right now, kind of on my nose a little bit. So I was thinking, okay, I need to go purchase some color correcting pens or something because I don't have any of those products right now. Fortunately, I got my BoxyCharm yesterday and it actually had a color correcting palette inside of it, and this is the Bella Pierre Cosmetics Pro Concealer Palette. It doesn't say anywhere on the box that it's color correcting, but here, let me open it up for you. So this is what it looks like on the inside. I thought that this was perfect. It's a whole palette, so you've got your purple, you've got your green, and you've got a kind of reddish orange type of color. Before I get too deep into the makeup, I do want to talk a little bit about color theory, because color theory is what makes color correcting work. So I dug up this color triangle. Usually it's a color wheel, but for some reason when I made this, I decided that I wanted to be different and make it into a triangle. But the concept is still the same, it still works. So basically, when you're color correcting, you want to use whatever color you want to correct for, you're going to use the color opposite on the color wheel. So if you're correcting for redness, you're going to want to use a green color corrector. If you're correcting for like dark under eye circles, they're going to be more of a blue tint, you know. You're going to want to go with an orange color corrector. If you're correcting for dullness, or you know, just you want more vibrant skin, you color correct with a purple. So that's my little color theory lesson for the day. And now we'll go ahead and get into the palette here. So as I mentioned, we've got these three colors to correct for their opposite colors on the color wheel. When you mix two colors opposite on the color wheel, you're gonna get brown. So if you mix red and green together, you get brown. If you mix yellow and purple together, you get a different shade of brown. And the same with blue and orange, you just get a different shade of brown. That's why these colors neutralize each other, because they're opposite on the color wheel. So moving on, I color correct more so for redness, so that's what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use the green, and I've got my little Wet n Wild flat brush. The one that I had no idea what to use it for, I'm gonna use it for this. And I'm just gonna rub my finger in here. Ooh, these are creamy. I've never used this before, obviously, because it's brand new, but. And I'm just gonna put that over some spots here that I have. I've got some redness over here. So let's just dab that on. And I don't have any foundation on or concealer or anything. This is the step that I'm taking after priming my face. I have quite a bit of redness on my nose. And I'm going to take this orange shade here to pop onto this dark circle. And maybe a little bit under the eyes. I don't really feel like I need the purple one for anything. Let me go ahead and start blending this out a little bit. You want to do this before you do your foundation so that you can cover up the craziness. Take my beauty sponge and blend it out a little bit more. Once you've done your color correcting, then you're going to place your foundation, and then on top of that you're going to place your regular concealer. And that's the key to getting it to look normal, to look like your face. So I'm going to take my Rimmel Stay Matte Liquid Mousse Foundation in the shade True Beige. I'm just going to put it on the back of my hand here. Putting it on the back of my hand just helps me to make sure that I don't put too much on my face. And I'm just going to mix it with this e.l.f. Mousse Foundation because the Rimmel is a little bit thick, so I like to mix the two to give it a creamier consistency. But you don't have to use these foundations. You can use whatever foundation you already have, just a foundation that you like, and that should be fine. Okay. Okay, so now that my foundation is on, I'm going to put on my regular concealer. I use the e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealer in the shade Light. Some people don't like this concealer because it doesn't have a lot of coverage, but I really like it. But you can use whatever concealer you already enjoy. If you're looking for a more full coverage concealer to really cover up those dark circles, the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer is great. The L'Oreal Pro Concealer, what's it called? The L'Oreal Pro Concealer, something like that. And those are drugstore brands, so they're going to be less than $10. If you're looking for something a little more high-end, the Tarte Shape Tape is $27, and it can be found at Ulta or Sephora. And now I'm going to go ahead and blend out my regular concealer. And there you go, that is it. I am nice and color corrected now. I feel like that covered my dark spot up here pretty well. I don't really have too many dark circle issues, but if I did, you certainly couldn't tell now. So thank you so much for watching this video, and like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.